Content time. Yeah, so I was just sitting there pondering. Actually, I've been pondering for a hot minute. But why are insultive people always so quick to be offended? Do you get me? Why are bullies they're always shocked when the energy is reciprocal? Like me, I've always been a bully's worst nightmare, because you're not gonna bully me with ease, fam. I will have something to come back with you, come verbally, and if you dare hit me, I'm gonna return the same favor. And plus, I'm been raised by a West African mother, so the beat she gave me, there's no way your little high school hands when I was in high school was gonna do anything to me. So all you did was walk into a beat down. Anyway, that's by the way. A situation happened on Sunday. I'm not gonna bring it up so soon because it's still a bit sensitive, not for me but for whoever. Anyway, I got this friend, yeah. Maybe I'm just gonna say it. I got this friend, and he's all about the dance hall scene. I'm not on it like that. Like a tune here and there, cool. But for me to be in a dance hall Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm not on that. I'm not on that. Even if I had like the people who love to go raving and stuff, I'm not on that lifestyle. I'm sorry. I'm not judgmental, but it just, I had a friend who used to try dragging me to Soca Frenzy. Like like I'm all about comfortability. I'm not boring, yeah. But I do like to be comfortable. So okay, if I'm going out, I want to get dressed up, and the shoes are gonna have to match accordingly my outfit. So if I ain't driving, where am I going? So I'm gonna have to be carrying bag and shoe in bag, and then at the end of the night, yeah, how am I getting home? There's no fucking transport, so I'm gonna be in my party gear sitting on a bus. If I'm not driving, or the person who's taking me raving ain't driving, or whatever, then we ain't going, innit? But anyway, I think ultimately this, like, you know, one situation will remind you of another situation. So now my friend, yeah, he was like, oh, you don't go out, you don't want to go anywhere. No, I do want to go out. I want to go out, I want to have fun. But all this bread does is, he goes, that's his lifestyle. Club here, club there, da 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 da. And personally, I might even think he's a community cocky. So with certain levels, like, you cannot come and inconvenience my life. I'm sorry. Like, this brer came with a love bite on his arm and telling me that he was playing football and then the football blasted him. Like, am I idiot? And then, like, eventually he was like, just because you know something, don't mean you have to tell me you know something. So what respect am I going to have for you? Anyway, that's, by the way, that's another conversation anyway. But what I was trying to say is, yeah, so he loves to be up, like I said, the dance hall, raving it up, all of that stuff. But not just anyway, he's in the dance hall, Vibes Cartel, Shut a Man. Don't get me wrong, yeah. I'm not saying I don't like dancehall music, but I'm not reaching for dancehall music. I like things that are melodious. Is that a word? But you know, harmony, something you can sing to, something you can vibe to. Like, there are certain tunes of dancehall that I do like, yeah. But I can't tell you the last time I put Jacure inside my CD player. Those are the kind of stuff I like. What's that guy who sings? Is that Rasta Nice guy? And he sings that nice. Anyway, I like tunes, yeah. So, but what I'm trying to say is, yeah, that's his lifestyle. I'm not one of them girlfriends, yeah, who's like, I'm putting chains on you, I'm putting restrictions on you, yeah. I'm not that. I'm very easy, and when I say easy, I don't mean sluttish. I mean, like, it's calm, innit? Like, if that's your lifestyle, you're gonna pay for it. Your lifestyle should not inconvenience my lifestyle, because me, yeah, the way I am, my lifestyle it doesn't impose itself into anyone else's life. Family, friend, lover. I'm very easy. Like me, I'm the kind of person, it's too hard. I can't ask people for nothing. Like, I come from a household where I got nothing, even when I did ask. So I've been trained to just, if you want something, girlfriend, go and get it yourself. You get me? Like, so, but I afford people. I was in a domestic violence relationship, yeah. and I know what controlling is. So me, but personally, even without that being said, I mean, like, I want everyone to be themselves, be free. But how, like, what if you claim to love someone, have respect. There's certain things you're not gonna do if you love someone. There's certain things you're gonna hold. Like, anyway, I'm just trying to give a little background. Yeah. So I'm not somebody. So even though I'm saying he likes this, he likes that. Yeah. I'm just saying that's his lifestyle. He's about to rave, and I say to him that you can go do your thing and then come over when you're finished, innit? But not every day. And like, so anyway, Sunday comes. He knows Sunday is my only day that I get for myself. Like, I don't have babysitters. You know, there's girls who they have a ute and they're dumping it at this friend's yard, this sister's yard. I don't have sisters. I don't have cousins. I don't have anybody that I can say, yo, hold my child. I might have my mum, but she's a worker. She works around the clock. So there will be, every once in a while, I might get the opportunity to say, yo, mum, I beg you just hold her for me. Like, and most time, when I'm going to drop my daughter off, my mum's not even in the house. Or I'll phone to say, how are you doing? Or grandma's already gone out. She's gone to her friend's house for a couple of hours. And the reason why, anyway, there's other reasons. You know, toxic men. So I have a toxic sibling who lives at my mum's house. And he's the oldest one. I've got 3 younger brothers than him. They are absolutely beautiful, lovely person. So because I know I've got this toxic sibling there, I don't want nothing to my daughter to do that's going to ignite him to lick her down or abuse her for several hours. That's why I don't want to go to my mum's house. Your daughter. And you get me, 2 weeks ago I went to the Wing Fest. Cost me basically £30 for the ticket. A child was free, so I looked at it like it's only £15 for each of us or whatever. Then I got to buy the chicken, I got to buy the food, I got to buy the slushy, I got to buy bits and pieces, yeah. So, and I'm only on yes, I'm on universal credit, and I am trying to do my other little bits, creative little thing, but it's small. When you're a small business, like, you know how it goes. Your friends don't even support the thing, yeah. They don't even like the post. So you get me, like, I'm not out here pretending to be like Bill Gates, because I'm not, but I'm just trying to survive and live at the same time. So I afford other people for understanding that life ain't easy financially, and you get me. So my life don't affect no one else, you get me. Anyway, so this bro phones me at 11 o'clock in the morning when I'm getting happy. Yeah, my daughter's going with her dad. Her dad is supposed to pick her up from 10 o'clock, but he doesn't, yeah. That's another issue in itself. He comes something to 1 up, like 12:30. I don't say nothing to him. Anyway, that's another discussion, but I'm just trying to make a point. So my daughter, so anyway, he phones me 11 o'clock on a Sunday, and I'm like, no, you're not I can hear he's drunk, and I'm like, no, babes, you can't come over, you need to go home or go wherever you was in it, because the night before or the day before I spoke to him at, like, let's say 4 o'clock or even 5 o'clock or something. I was going Kilburn to go do some shopping in Aldi, yeah, and he had just left my yard, yeah. He came to my house. What time was it? I don't know if he came over the whole night or he came late, or like, okay, no, that's another situation I'm going into. But anyway, I work on a Friday night, yeah, from Friday at 12 a.m. till 6 a.m. I usually don't last the whole shift because I fall asleep, yeah. But regardless, Friday, I should call it Saturday, but I'm so used to calling it Friday because that's what the office tells me. You're still ready for your Friday shift? Alright. So with that said, I've told my person, like, babes, like, from this time and Sunday is off the books, yeah. Don't come look for me, like, and if you are gonna come look for me on a Sunday, come like 10 o'clock. I don't mind. It's school, it's summer holidays or whatever, so it's not a thing about, oh, I gotta go to school early in the morning, which I do tell him, during the school run time. Anyway, he's phoned me at 11 something, yeah, a.m. to say, babes, I'm coming to your house. And I'm like, no, you're not. I can hear you're drunk. I beg you go home and sleep it off, because that's all you're going to do. That's all you're going to do is come to my place and fall asleep. I'm not even going to mention the things you do when you're drunk. You're going to fall asleep and snore. Whereas I want to go and put on my Afro beats. I'm going to put on my R&B, my Tony Braxton. I love music, yeah? So when I'm ready, I will turn this thing up, yeah? And start playing my stuff. And like, I'm surprised that the neighbours don't complain. But I guess because I'm playing this right shit, man. You know, there's certain music that if you hear it, you're like, yeah, man, keep playing it. Type of thing. So anyway, so on it. Let me go a little bit backwards here. So Friday come. So I'm logging in thinking, yeah, working a shift. I got the energy. I might be able to pull this all-nighter, yeah? So I'm working. Then 1:30 came and my buzzer went. Yeah, my buzzer went. And I'm working. So I'm like on the intercom, like, what are you doing here? Like, really, what are you doing here, babes? Like, you know I'm working. I wasn't disrespectful, but I was annoyed. And I said to him, like, what are you doing here? But it had that big tropical rainstorm on Friday, if you remember. So obviously I'm not gonna, he's like, it's raining out here. And I love rain, the sound of rain anyway when I'm in my house. So I was just like, yo, like, I can't just leave him out there even though I feel to. So once he got him, I was like, just be quiet, I'm working, I don't hear nothing from you. And then he just kept on going on, like he took it as a joke. Like, started laughing and talking while I'm working and stuff, like. So eventually the office people phone me to say, B, what's going on? We can hear somebody chatting. We're gonna have to give refunds. We're gonna da. So I'm there trying to pattern the lady on the phone, but she could hear that I've got attitude, but I'm not giving her the attitude. It's him I'm trying to be like. So she's like, don't talk to me. And that's another issue. Everything is another issue. But anyway, she was like, you know, I'm taking you off today. I'm taking you off now. So, and then, so I was like, can I just have a little 10-minute break and then I'll log back in? And she was like, no, the office is gonna have a listen to your calls, and then if we have to give any refunds, then I guess you're not gonna make any money then, are we? And then my man is drunk laughing at me, like he's still talking while my manager is on the phone talking to me, and he's like laughing, proper bending up. So I'm now pissed off, yeah. I haven't done nothing to be like, I'm a Piscean and I'm trying to be politically correct. So I'm pissed off. So all I'm doing is like, and then two twos. So he puts on like his playlist, yeah, which is all like, shut a man in his head, bang, 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 bang. This is like, so this activity is going on until 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah. Like, so my man's already falling asleep beside me, and he's snoring, and I'm just watching him, like, and he's got his playlist playing, his loud dancehall playlist playing. He's not even playing no tunes where you're gonna be like, all right, I can mellow with this to fall asleep, yeah. I was up all night listening to people give people backshot all night. Like, I was highly annoyed, but I'm just lying there, like, eventually I fall asleep, and then you get me, we're awake and everything's cool, everything seems alright, type of thing. Like, I'm not as annoyed as I am, because then I'm like, alright, whatever, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, I'm not gonna die. But anyway, we're vibing, everything's cool. And then his friend must have phoned him, said, come, we need to go take down a marquee for one rave they must have been, one dance hall thing that they must have been doing or something like that. So in my head, I'm happy, like, phew, you're gonna be gone, I ain't gonna be babysitting you too long. Like, so anyway, the day goes on. So now we're on Saturday, yeah. So from he's left my house, like, let's call it 1 o'clock, yeah, or 2, something like that, yeah. I didn't hear from him until like let's say 4 o'clock or something. I left the house around 6 o'clock to go Aldi in Kilburn. So anyway, when I was outside Iceland, he must have phoned me and we just had a light conversation. But someone must have come and he was like, "Oh, I'll call you back." Yeah. So I don't bother, like, whatever. So I went about my business, got on my day, because I'm like, all right, I've got to get some stuff done. And I come home, and then, like, I'm not one of these girlfriends or who's gonna be like, "Oh, you ain't following me, da da da." So when I say, I'm just trying to say the time scale when I mention the time. I'm not trying to say, "Oh, I'm running him down" or not. I know he phoned me, okay. So anyway, so now I know he's enjoying this. He's a party man. He loves that kind of lifestyle. Anyway, so I'm thinking I got my evening. So it's Saturday night. I've got all my vices. I'm chilling. The baby's asleep. She's not a baby. She's 8 years old, but she's been taken care of. Mommy duty is now part-time because she's sleeping. I don't really need to do too much about checking on her every few hours or whatever. But I'm nice, innit? He's not here. I can do what I'm doing. I can watch TV. I can watch TikTok. I can listen to my playlist. Anyway, so boom, falling asleep. Oh yeah, there's a little bit that I've left out. Not left out on purpose, I forgot to say. Alright. So this story is gonna be long, but I'll do this as a YouTube thing. Like, so he was like, oh yeah, so I've fallen asleep and now we're at the beginning of how this story started, of me saying, oh, it was Sunday morning and he came at 11 o'clock. So he calls me at 11 o'clock to say, "Babes, I'm coming to your house, yeah?" And I was like, "No, you're not. I'm going out. Like, I'm going out. Like, don't come, fam. Like, you know." So he's like, you know, I got fleet. No, he's been saying tick. Yeah, so that's the part that, it wasn't that I was leaving it out, I had forgotten, yeah? Because when I tell the story, you understand why I forgot or whatever. At this time, at that point, what I'm explaining, I didn't know about this, yeah. I didn't know he had fleas or ticks or whatever inside. So, boom, boom, boom. Let's skid it out a little bit backwards. So, he's come over and, like, I'm very vigilant. Like, I'm very OCD-ish. Like, I'm not just kissing anyone or, like, so I'm noticing, I'm looking at you and stuff. Especially how many, like, let's say 3 weeks ago, you come to me with some love bite. Like, nah, you're sus, mate. So anyway, I'm not even suspicious. You've done some fuckeries, yeah. So you're not my boyfriend anymore. You're just my friend that we fuck. That's how I'm looking at you now. I'm sorry, it is what it is. But he's telling me he loves me and all this stuff, which I remember when he's been saying I love you quite often. And not the first time he said it, but there was one, because like a big space between how he said it. He was like, "I love you." And I was like, "Yeah." "Oh, you must be doing fuckery in it, because when you guys are doing the fuckery, that's when you want to start telling me I love you," type of thing. And he laughed as he was walking out the door. He was like, "Yeah, I love you." Like, and the way he laughed, he wasn't being mean, but it was just like, "Oh, this girl knows too much, man. This girl goes on like a man." Like, you get me? So anyway, that's another story in itself. But yeah, so he goes to me. So I said to him, "Fam, like, what's these?" Like, he said he's got a fungal on his foot. So I'm like, "Yo, fam, you got a fungal? Like I don't want to catch that, yeah." Like, he says I'm selfish because I'm like, that's nasty. I don't want to catch it. Like, yeah, you got your fungal where you got it. I ain't got no fungal in it, so I don't want to get a fungal. I don't want to get any other kind of stuff as well. Like, so he was like, "Oh, this is a few." When I said skedaddle back, let's go a bit back. So I've been asking about what's these little rashes, and then he said, "Oh, they're a fungal, and all he has to do is just scrape it off and it'll be gone." I said, "That's not how fungals or fungus what are these things called? You know, they're foot things, athlete's foot, them kind of things." And it didn't look like that. It just looked like he had like a, not a pimple, because the pimple, like a little spot, he had like a little spot on his foot, like on, you know, the part that you can see, like, say you put your foot flat on the floor, your arch, you look for arch part, yeah. So I was like, "What's that?" He was like, "I must be a foot fungal or something." I was like, "You need to put something like bleach on that." No, I was like, "You got to put Dettol, them kind of stuff on it." And then he was like, he ain't got that. So I said, if you have bleach, just use bleach. I know that sounds extreme, yeah, but reach for the bleach. And then he was like, nah fam. I think that even came after the foot thing. So first on his chest, yeah, he's got these like spots on his chest, yeah. So I was like, what is that? Like, because I've not seen it before. So you see how I picked up on the love bite? You get me? I said to him, I know when me and you give us love bites, so you can't come and tell me that someone blast you on the inside of your arm and it's the size of a love bite. If it is a ball that blasted you in your arm, yeah, it would have been a much wider circumference. You get me? So anyway, he understood that I understood, but he's still lying. He's doing the Shaggy song thing. It wasn't me, and that's what he's basically doing. But I let him know that I'm not Ejak. But I'm like, I've already taken you down from seeing you as a serious guy. I'm just taking you as a, you get me, fun time guy. But so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're on them levels, then you can't inconvenience my life. You're supposed to be a bit of fun and like bye. But now you're telling me I love you, and but your actions are saying certain things. Like, anyway, that's by the way. Are you following me still? Because if I was like, so he's like, I'm allergic to something. This is not love bite. This is like the thing on his chest. Like, it's like some spots, like it's been bitten by something, or yeah. So just, it's not that much, yeah. It's like, let's say a few, like, by us. I said, what is this? And then he's also got like some, like, he's not dark skin, he's not light skin, but like he's got like, you know, some people have like skin, like set part of your skin look lighter than the main part of your skin, but it wasn't that apparent. But now I'm seeing it, so I'm like, what is that? He said, oh, I'm allergic to something. So it's like, what are you allergic to? Because one, you don't even eat nothing. Like, you don't, like, in real, he don't really eat. He picks or whatever. I think he's got a man version eating disorder, or he has some other condition which is causing him not to be able to eat properly. Like, anyway, that's just by the way. So anyway, so I'm just telling you, I'm noticing things. So then I'm seeing him itching, like he's itching his arms, and then these spots I was talking about that look like little pimples, like little spots, they're all over him now, and they're red because he's red, like so they're. And I'm like, what is this? Like, first you said you're allergic to something, why is it getting worse? Because if you're saying you're allergic to something, why are you gonna still be eating or doing the thing that's making you allergic to it? So it's just a few, but it's noticeable for me because I'm like, what is that? You get me? They're on your back, they're on your chest, and then even before they got red, yeah, even before they started being red, yeah, when they started going on, so you know when you touch someone's leg or something, like they're on his inner thigh as well, like they're on his, like, yeah, I'm sure, yeah. So I'm like, this is serious. Even before I even saw the inner thigh one, these things are happening like on a period of, let's say, 3-4 weeks now. That is gradually, oh, first time it's a foot thing, then oh, I'm allergic to something, yeah. And then as the spots have got more, I've already said to him, I beg you, go doctors, like, find out what it is. I'm always the first one to be in doctors, yeah, not me, but I don't get sick like that. But I'm just saying, if I do get sick, I'm going to the doctors. Like, not doctors, I'm going to emergency room, because I usually don't get sick, but when I do get sick, like, I'll usually get something like tonsillitis, and like I'll get a temperature, like when I get yeah, you feel sore, I feel you know, that feverish and tonsillitis. That's what I would get, combination. Like, so, and that happen every once in a while, like when I say once every couple of years or something. But in recent, yeah. So anyway, so I'm the first one to tell him, and because I'm with him, I'm very OCD with like, I can only what do you call it, know who I'm sleeping with. I don't know who you're sleeping with. So I'm very like, babes, are you gonna get checked out? I'm not trying to say you're sleeping with him, but at the same time, you got form, innit? And man has form, and I'm not here to try bully you and try cascade you for being a dog, like if you are a dog, I just want you to protect me. And then he always says, oh, you're so selfish, you're just caring about yourself. Because what he's annoyed about is, yeah, he understands my concern. So it's a thing of like, he's thinking like, he wants me to be more like, don't cheat because my heart is gonna be broken. He wants me to, yeah, that's what he wants me to say, don't cheat for. Whereas I'm saying, don't cheat because I don't want to die of HIV or AIDS or anything like that. So I think, but he's calling me selfish for that. Whereas I'm calling him selfish because you want to endanger my life, and I'm supposed to be just open to it and just be like, yeah, that's how you roll. And so I've said to him, babes, go get yourself checked up. Like, when was the last time you got checked up? And even me, this is my own accountability. I've been checked up about 4 or 5 times since I've been with him. Not 4, I think I'm reaching maybe 3 times. Yeah, this last time was the 3rd time. And everything always comes back clear. And I think that's why he thinks he can continue what he's doing if he's doing something. Do you know what I mean? But I want him to be able to, and I always show him and say, boom, look. You get me? So, but him, when we started this thing, I'm like, can you go, doctor, show me your stats, show me your situation, like what's going on, are you okay? Like, yeah, they say that certain things don't show on your face, fam. Like, and I've always been a bit paranoid in the sense of, I just don't want to catch nothing. Cheating is for you, fam. If cheat, like, yeah, I think anyway, that's another subject in itself. So anyway, so that's my thing, and I think he wants me to be heartbroken for him to do, yeah, but I'm not. I'm just like, for my own protection, fam. And he calls that selfish. Anyway, let's fast forward. So anyway, now he's got all these spots on his body, and I'm a joke, I'm a Piscean, so I'm always saying something funny. I'm sorry if that sounds cocky, but I think I'm funny. I might be telling the story long and long-winded, but this is my space. If you want to tell stories your way, tell stories your way on your space. But anyway, he phones me. So, oh yeah, so before we got back to Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, let's go back a few days. So now he's telling me, oh, babe, so I asked him about these spots again. And he's like, you know what, let me tell you the truth, I know what they are. After weeks of me already asking you about this, yeah, he's like, oh, my cat has fleas, not fleas, my cat has ticks. My cat bought ticks in the house. So I don't know what ticks are, so I automatically thought fleas, innit? So Google is your best friend and your worst enemy, because you could say, I got a headache, I've had a headache for 3 days, yeah. Google's going to tell you something that's going to make you call the morgue and say, have you got any vacancies? But God forbid, I'm sorry for that joke, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, so anyway, he's like, yo, yeah, my cat got ticks. And I was like, ticks? What the fuck? Like, so what? Because what he's done, yeah, his baby mom gave him a cat, like, and then the cat was in the house, or whatever, and then all of a sudden the cat started pooing in his plant pots. Like, he was like, you need to go live outside or live in the block. Like, so his cat is like a wild cat now. So now the cat that he got from his baby mom that he wanted to use to kill mice in his yard, he's now gone on road and collected ticks. This is what his terminology is, ticks. Now I've gone on to Google repeatedly and looked at what is a tick, and what I'm seeing, a tick is not just something that is gonna bite you and go about its business. A tick is gonna bite you and stay. It's gonna stay on your body, and you are gonna have to physically pry that thing off, yeah. And I've never in my life seen somebody with a tick. So when I'm looking at it, I get in the ick, yeah, and I'm like itching. Even after you telling me this stuff, yeah, I've been having that imaginary itch. You know when you're itching, you're looking for something, yeah. So I was like, I showed him the picture and he said, no, that's not it. So I said, but you're the one calling it a tick. What is it? So what, you got lice? So I was like, what, do you have lice? Like, and this guy's got locks, yeah? So, and this is my first time being with somebody who has locked hair. Like, not being rude, yeah? That's not really my thing. Because the certain elements of white is not my thing. Like, it can look beautiful. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. And I don't want to get into the texturism thing because it's not that. But at the same time, it could be an element in the... But for me, like, everyone likes what they like, innit? Because I do watch Mayo's World, and I am like... I really love watching her. But I'm not for... Like, I think she's gorgeous. I just love her personality. But I'm not here for her locks. But because, like... So I mentioned, I'm rubbish. I'm always going all over the place. Like, fam, so let me go back. So anyway, he's got locks, yeah. So if you're telling me that you potentially have fleas or lice, like, you having locks is an issue. Like, am I right or wrong? Like, because having locked hair is going to be able to trap in, it's got a proper base for, like, having, that's like proper carnival vibes, isn't it? Like, proper vibe. That's like a proper hotspot for thriving community vibes in your head, yeah? So now, I've been asking you about what's these spots on you for weeks, yeah? And only a few days ago, you're now telling me that, oh, actually, all this time, I've known what they are. I've been bitten by, my cat brought in a tick and I was bitten. Like I just explained, I'm not going to go over it again. I'm like, it's not adding up, fam. Because, like, I don't see no ticks on you. I see bites, yeah? Which, you get me? So I'm still Googling these ticks again. It's all yucky. It makes me feel yucky. Even now I'm itching. So anyway, on this phone call at 11 o'clock on Sunday, he's like, babes, I can't. So he's drunk. And I know when he's drunk, yeah, he's just going to fall asleep. And then I can't play my music. I can't watch my channel because he's going to, babes, turn it down, innit? Babes, turn it down. So no, go straight to your yard and sleep it off there, innit? At this point, I didn't know the severity of what he's saying, yeah. I still don't, because he ain't even sent me no pictures of anything, yeah. So, yeah, so that, oh, I know what these spots are. They are because of the tick. Now, if you Google tick or go on YouTube or look at tick, he ain't got no tick, yeah? Alright. He's in bed. So I'm presuming he got bed bugs, yeah? Because he come back and he was like saying, this is before, oh, I'm going back. This is before the, yeah, so when on the time of the confession that he has ticks in his yard, he was like, oh, I had to throw out my duvet and, like, there's ticks everywhere. I had to try to clean up and stuff, yeah? And I was thinking, alright. So I was like, alright, do you need me to give you a duvet type of thing? Because to my knowledge, he only has one duvet. But I don't know, like, if he has others, because this duvet, yeah, the reason I know about this duvet is because I ain't seen it been changed, yeah? So, anyway, I don't go to his house like that, so don't come for me and say, oh, but you slept on it. No, I was there when he bust a brand new packet and put it on the brand new duvet. And he done that for me, basically. I didn't ask him to, but I guess, I don't know how he was living before, but when I came over and I stayed at his house, he bust a brand new packet. And there's another situation about the duvet, is why I know about this duvet. Anyway, so he was like, oh, I had to throw it away. Like, because they were, the ticks were all over the duvet. But this is all days after or weeks after the initial thing of, if it was really a flea or something from all that time, yeah, 3-4 weeks ago, yeah, you're only telling me now a few days ago that I know what these are. Like, so you've had this problem and you've allowed it to sit there, yeah. So now Sunday, he's like, I was like, no, you can't come. He said, I'm coming to your house, fam. I said, you cannot come to my house. One, I'm going out, innit? And then he said, well, if I don't come to your house, I want to go to someone else's house. I said, fam, go. Fam, go. I don't care. And then after he was like, but I got the ticks in my house, innit? So I was like, huh? You got ticks in your house and you've been raving for how many days? You've been out of your house for how many days? Like, so you're saying you've got a tick infestation in your house? Or it's even on the confession, yeah, when he came to my house before this phone call. And I said, babes, like, you must not really check for me, yeah? You must really not really check for me. Because I have a ute, yeah? And I got a kitten. My kitten is a house kitten. She don't go nowhere. Like, and he's been with me in the sense that he knows that I'm new to pets and stuff. But because of how my daughter reacted to his pet and how she was just in love with his pet when we went to his house, like I don't take it all the time, don't think that, but like we went, what did you go to for? That's, by the way, it was daytime or whatever. So she was playing with the cat, took pictures, even showed my. So I'm like, so he locks off for me, and I'm like, oh, cool for me. Anyway, so 12 o'clock comes, and my daughter is like, whenever her dad comes to get her, he's supposed to get her at 10 o'clock in the morning, obviously, but he arrives at 1 o'clock basically. And yeah, so that's me losing 2 hours on the front end of things. And anyway, so what he does when he does come is he's not leaving this, like, he's not allowed in my property because of domestic violence. So he's not even supposed to be in the building, but he always makes my daughter buzz. Like, when she buzzes the intercom, she's just supposed to speak to him and hang up. He's made her buzz him in so he can sit down and relax on the steps. Like, it's a nice internal block. It's not one of them dirty trap block building type of things. You can sit down on the steps down here. Like, yeah, so anyway, I'm not a drama queen, so I'm like, whatever. I don't make a stink about him being in the building. He don't chat to me only when he wants to be disrespectful. Like, so I don't chat to him full stop. And I'm cool like that. I got situations to talk to you about that. So if you want story times, I got story times for days. So anyway, so when my daughter's dad comes, yeah, he doesn't leave straight away. He will send my daughter up beer times. He'll be like, go take off that what you're wearing, go put on a dress. Well, she'd already be wearing a dress. Wear a different dress. She'll be wearing cycling shorts underneath the dress. Or going, like, these are all different individual times. On one day he'll be like, go upstairs, change this, go upstairs, and then he'll be plotting downstairs in the corridor for time with her, even before they even leave. Like, and I'm just like, why not just pick her up on time and do that long thing that you're doing with her downstairs in the block at your place or something. Like, so anyway, now, so my daughter's come up for about the 4th time, and then she's like, pops her head into my living room and she's like, mum, so-and-so is downstairs. Like, and I thought she was joking, like, because my mum, just remember, he phoned me from 11 o'clock. I told him don't come. And it was a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon. And yeah, I don't want my baby father to meet my current or whatever. Like, but anyway, so I go to my daughter's room because her window's open, and then I can hear them laughing, like chuckling, kicking downstairs in the corridor. Corridor, front of the house. No. So my idea was I can't pretend to not be here, but I was gonna pretend not to be here, and then like he didn't even press the buzzer because they obviously let him in, innit? Like, so I couldn't even do the don't let him in the block type of thing because they left the door open for him, chatting, kikiing, ha ha ha, or whatever, yeah. And then so from my daughter's room, yeah, I have to pass the front door, and I see him there just hanging around on the banister, like. And then me and my empathic self was like, okay, at least just talk to him, innit? At least just talk to him. Like, so I come outside, yeah, and then I pull the door behind me so it's locked. And then I like start to try reason with him, like, babes, what you doing here? Like, You know, Sunday is my only day to do anything, yeah. Like, Sunday is my only free day. Like, what are you doing here? Remember, Friday, you already messed up my money on Friday. So, like, where's the consideration for, like, why are you here? Oh, why are you talking? So he's like, why are you saying all of this outside, though? Why are you saying all of this outside? Like, just at least let me in it. I said, I can't let you in because it's going to be an issue to get you out. I'm going out, like, you know, like, yeah, so you go out then, innit? Yeah, so where you going if I'm going out? Like, you went out all night. You've had a nice weekend, yeah? Now it's my turn to have my weekend. And you're here. Like, oh, you're saying all of this outside. And I'm not saying it loud. I'm saying it nice and I'm trying to pattern it so it's not offensive. Like, why am I patterning it? So, and then after, so eventually, like, he's saying, why are you saying this outside? So I'm like, fine, come inside. Well, not come inside. I open the door. And he's inside. Yeah. And he's like, you're so petty. You're so petty. You're so petty. No one's trying to stop you from going. I said, that's calm, yeah. But I don't want you to be wasting my electric, innit? Because the money I would have used on Friday, that's the money I put on my electric that you basically cock blocked, yeah? So, like, that's not my problem, innit? That's not my problem. Like, how's that my issue? How's that my issue? Like, really? Like, that's your finances. How's that my issue? So I'm like, but hold on, you're the one who's getting in the way of what I'm doing. Like, you're making me eat into my savings. You're making, like, all these sleepless nights of when I am working pointless. Like, I've done it for what? Because you're the one who likes to drink. I'm not a drinker. I'm the other one. I like to have a nice little mellow session. When I say mellow, I mean, you know, my vices. I just want to chill out. I don't want nothing too harsh. I just want to chill. You get me? Put on some nice Afro beats, chill mix, yeah? DJ Hold Up on YouTube. My G. So, like, where you coming with your back shot? Like, I'm sorry. So he just turns into an ugly argument. He's like, you're so petty. It's Sunday. Where are you going? Like, he's the kind of person, he's got, like, his people who all they do is go to dance hall raves. That's not my place. Like, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not on the getting a back shot from a random bra. Like, and then when you turn around, it look like Donkey Kong meets Harajuku. Like, and then how you getting home? All of that is long. Like, it's cool if you're going out with, I don't know. Call me fucking boring. I like to get dressed up. I want to go to a nice event. Like everyone has their spaces, innit? But I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm that girl. Like, I could be your girlfriend and be the stay-at-home type while you go out. But just respect yourself, and then you'll respect me. Hold on.